Let's talk a little bit about gay rights right now, because there are elements in the gay community who are increasingly frustrated, Paul, with the President of the United States, especially his decision to delay action in revoking the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which doesn't allow gay service members to serve openly in the United States military. Andrew Sullivan, writing online, he says, I have a sickeningly familiar feeling in my stomach, and the feeling deepens with every interaction with the Obama team on these issues. They want them to go away. They want us to go away. Andrew Sullivan, as you know, is gay. Is that fair, that criticism?
You know, it is. This president does a good job of learning from the mistakes of others, particularly the mistakes of the Clinton administration. We walked right into that buzzsaw on gays in the military, and it got in the way of our agenda the first 100 days. So that was a big mess. But it was 16 years ago. In 1993, only 44% of Americans supported allowing gays to serve in the military. Now 75% do. You know, Mark Twain said a cat that sits on a hot stove will never sit on a hot stove again, but he'll never sit on a cold stove either. This stove is cold. President Obama needs to lead. Let these men and women serve honorably and lift that.
And
ban.
what's irritating right now to a lot of people is the fact that an Arab linguist with a distinguished record served in Iraq, I think, on two terms, and a graduate of West Point, speaks Arabic, kicked out simply because he decides to acknowledge publicly that he's gay.
Well, and that's the whole dilemma of the don't ask, don't tell policy. I mean, it's when you talk to military people, it's one of the issues that causes really the most heartache, I think. But I think the administration and the Obama team in general, they talk right and they walk left. But there are a couple of issues where when they walk left, the rest of the country is going to pay attention. And one of them is don't ask, don't tell. The other is gay marriage. There are certain issues that make it a little bit more difficult for them to position themselves the way they want to be with the electorate. And whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea, they've obviously concluded that it's smart politics.
Look, on the issue of don't ask, don't tell, I think he's waiting on the military at this point. They're still looking at it. I think that's what he's waiting on, not the American people. He was very clear in the campaign he wants to repeal don't ask, don't tell. On the issue of gay marriage, look, you only have so many times you can spend your political capital. It is limited. So are you going to do it on gay marriage and switch your position, or are you going to do it on getting the economy back on track, spending a lot of money that people are worried about? And I think that's where he is on those two major issues.
It's a matter of priorities, as you say. All right, guys, thanks very much. Why should President Obama, who should President Obama, that is, pick to